one update and three news stories for you. Firstly, we have an update from Burkina Faso. I did two videos on that. Now it seems that there is a coup. Secondly, Somaliland viewers, where two books have been seized, have been confiscated by government officials in the past few days. Crackdown is underway against those critics, those writers who criticize Musi Bahi Abdi, Somaliland's president. Thirdly, Afar regional government has released a statement. It says Tigray forces are in three woredas of Afar. And fourthly, Tigray government has also released a statement about a Bala front, about blockage of aid to Tigray. Firstly, viewers, Burkina Faso, where now it seems that a coup is underway because it has been confirmed that President Kabore, Christian Kabore, has been detained by the military. He is being detained at a military camp. It has been confirmed. Yesterday, the government denied rumors of coup, and government said that there were reports of some gunshots fired in military barracks, but situation was under control and government was in control. But we did not see Christian Kabore, president, in public or on screen. Today, it has been confirmed that the president has been detained by military. A coup is underway. Burkina Faso's TV station, national television, the building has been taken over by coup soldiers as well. Third coup in this region in less than a year. In Mali, Colonel Assimi Goita seized power. Then Colonel Damboya in Guinea. And now in Burkina Faso, a military coup. In Chad as well, there is military government. In Sudan, Burhan tried to seize power, but he could not, and there is unrest. Now, I got an interesting perspective from one of my viewers about Burkina Faso. He wrote in comment section, he says that people are in support of these coups because people see civilian leaders as installed by France and other colonial powers. So people want removal of these civilian leaders because they are backed by Westerners, by colonizers. Now, I have a question. If military is against colonial powers, if militaries in Guinea, in Mali, in Burkina Faso, if militaries are against colonial powers, and that is why they are removing politicians, then why don't these militaries back some new political setup? We're seeing in Mali, no elections. In Guinea, no elections. And it might happen here as well in Burkina Faso. So military takes over. It does not transfer power to those politicians who are against colonial powers. Rather, these generals, these colonels, these military officers, they have their own ambitions from power, for power. It's not that they are fighting colonial powers. I don't see them fight colonial powers. They want to prolong their rule. And now, when in Mali, Colonel Assimi Goita is said to be in talks with Russians for Wagner fighters to be deployed in the country, isn't it a sort of an intervention? A colonial sort of intervention. If Wagner fighters are in Mali, of course, it would be a foreign intervention. I personally think the dissatisfaction prevailing in the public is used by militaries. Dissatisfaction due to economic conditions, due to insecurity. This dissatisfaction is used by militaries, and they label politicians as stooges of colonial powers. Otherwise, when these colonels, channels seize power, they do the same what civilians have been doing. Now, secondly, viewers, Somaliland, a self-proclaimed country in the Horn of Africa, international community does not recognize Somaliland as a country. Musi Bey Abdi, president of Somaliland, is busy launching crackdown against all those voices which criticize him. A few weeks ago, a comedian, Idris, was taken into custody. He had made a video criticizing and mocking Musa Bey Abdi. He was arrested. Later, he was released. Now, in the past few weeks, two books have been confiscated by Somaliland government officials. Yesterday, 4,000 copies of a book were confiscated in Hargeisa, capital of Somaliland. The book is written by Abdur Rahman Abis, a writer, a poet, who is critical of Somaliland's president Musi Bey Abdi. His book has been confiscated. Second book confiscated by Somaliland in a few weeks. That shows that Somaliland is no different from other countries when it comes to tolerating dissenting voices. Lastly, viewers, two statements, one from Afar and the other from Tigray. Afar regional government has released a statement. Afar regional government says that in 3 Woredas, Tigray forces have entered and they are attacking civilians. The 3 Woredas are firstly Abala, secondly to the south of Abala, Magale, and thirdly Birhale. Afar government officially says that that Tigray forces have captured Abala, Magale, and Asada area where fighting is going on near Birhale. Afar government says that Tigray forces are killing civilians and people of Tigray should stop Tigray fighters from attacking Afar region. Tigray government has released a statement. Tigray government says that it has not attacked any territory in Afar. Rather, Afar regional forces, backed by Arakan forces and backed by the government of PM Abiy Ahmed, has attacked territories in Afar. And Tigray acted in self-defense. Tigray does not want to block any route which is the only open route for aid delivery to Tigray. So, conflicting position, both sides are accusing each other of being the reason behind blockage of aid to Tigray. But Afar government is confirming the presence of Tigray forces in 3 Woredas of Afar: Birhale, Abala, and Magale. Reportedly, Tigray forces are in Afar. They're not trying to cut off 2 roads, Abala Birhale and Abala Magale roads. Before TDF's offensive, Afar fighters were close to Milazat in Tigray. They were trying to take control of Milazat. Tigray forces pushed them back. Now Tigray forces are inside Afar region. Now, federal government says that reason behind no delivery of aid to Tigray is that only route available, Tigray Afar route, it's not safe. Fighting is going on there. Why can't you send aid by air? Why can't you open other routes from Amhara region towards Tigray, from western Tigray towards Tigray, from Humra? So if Ethiopian government is sincere in sending aid to Tigray, it can send aid by air as well. Why is that the only route available for delivery to Tigray is now destabilized. It means that aid is being blocked. It has been my consistent position for several months. Some of us don't agree with me. But that is what reality is, that Ethiopian government is not willing wholeheartedly to allow delivery of aid to Tigray. Even when there was no fighting on this front, no aid was entering Tigray. So if there is fighting on Tigray Afar border now, it's not something new. It has been happening for several weeks. There could have been some alternative mechanism like airdropping of aid, but it did not happen. So Ethiopian government wants to keep Tigray under siege. It wants to force the people of Tigray to remove TPLF from power. And it's on record. I mean, Ethiopian government officials have said it on record. It's on record that they want the people of Tigray to remove TPLF. And the best way to achieve this target would be to block aid, to make people of Tigray turn against TPLF, and to make TPLF leaders flee Tigray. Can it happen? Let's see. Let's wait. Thank you for watching.